What is a man?
Biologically, there are certain plumbing and chromosomes.
Right.
Beyond that, men are whoever they want to be.
What does that mean?
Means if a man wants to be tender and compassionate, or if he wants to be ambitious, or he wants to be brave, a soldier, or something like that, whatever men want to be, whatever feeds them internally, that's what a man is.
So he decides what he wants to be?
Yeah, and certainly has a lot more options to make those decisions for himself. Yeah.
So is a tender and passionate man a man, or is that a girly man?
No, it's certainly a man. Yeah.
It's not a girly man?
Girly there becomes a derogatory term.
Would you agree with me that Barack Obama is and was a girly man when he was the president?
No. I thought he was rather strong.
And what was strong about him?
For one particular element, the resistance to strike back, the resistance to doing that shows a sort of strength and reserve. Certainly he was much more tender than other presidents.
Tender, yeah, he was very tender.
And there's a chance when somebody is emotional that they're more connected with their fundamental humanity, which I think appeals to a much larger segment of the country than, say, in the 1930s or the 1960s.
And so are you a tender man?
I hope to be.
Are you tender?
I think I am, but a better judge of that would be the people who know me best.
Right.
My spouse, my daughter, my...
So does your wife think that you're a tender man?
I think she does. She's told me that, yes.
And she like that?
Yeah.
Women don't normally like tender men. They like masculinity. They like men who, like a Donald Trump.
Except for the women who complain about being sexually harassed and are walked in on when Donald Trump walks into the back room in the Miss USA pageant.
But tender people are not powerful people.
I think Jesus was tender, and I think Jesus was powerful.
No, he was not tender. He was anything but tender.
I think we have a different analysis of Jesus then.
He was like a Donald Trump, but he did it perfectly.
I don't think Donald Trump is even a sad attempt at imitating Jesus.
Donald Trump is strong, he's outspoken, he's honest, he gets the job done in spite of oppositions that gets in his way. He doesn't mind speaking his mind. He calls it as it is. If you attack, he's going to attack back. That's Jesus.
I'll agree he is forthright. He does say what's on his mind.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Well, it's different from many politicians who are trying to parse their words because saying the wrong thing could have global consequences.
Those are tender men. And so are you both man and woman?
Now we're teasing out the difference between masculine and male. Right. I'm male because of my plumbing, although I could be lying about that, and you have no idea what my plumbing
is. Especially nowadays.
Right. But am I masculine? I try to be caring, I try to be responsible, I try to be adult, I try to be engaged and enthusiastic and thoughtful and tender and sensitive and all of those things. And I think women are that way, as well as people who don't share a gender binary at all.
That's amazing to me. Are you happy being that way?
Oh yeah. my life is better. I support the feminist goals because it's the right thing to do. Women ought to be treated equally. Also, the benefits that come to me because women I care about get treated well. The benefits that come to me because friends who are women and colleagues get promoted too. The benefits that I get because my relationships, both with men, because I can be close with another man, I could walk hand in hand with him, and I'm feeling an incredibly close and good connection, but I'm not worried about somebody saying I'm gay.
I don't think you're gay, but you seem to be more woman than you are man. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I disagree.
Because all of your qualities are that of a woman. You don't have any manly qualities.
I think,
and you don't even seem to know what they are.
Oh, I think I've heard what goes inside the man box all my life. Tony Porter has talked through that. Oh my stars. I've heard what it is to be a man, and I've rejected a lot of those. When it comes to masculinity, this is Robert Jensen said, when it comes to masculinity, I'm more of an abolitionist than I am a reformer.
Amazing.
That's a piece of what I'm expected to do.
No, were you feeling that way? That at the time when you were hanging out with your buddies, and you're like, man, I sure would like to do Sally Lou up. Wow, she's fine. Was that your desire to control women?
It's a piece that objectifies women and says, I want
No,
that,
but
not as a person.
Right, but
I don't
when you
want,
feel
not
that,
interested in that. I'm just interested in her and her physical form
right,
because of what I'd like to do to her physical form.
Right.
Yeah, I got that whole thing.
You were feeling like, at the time when you were having this conversation, you were thinking, wow, I would love to control that woman, or were you thinking, I would love to have sex with that woman?
In that place, those are so intimately connected, it would be hard to tease out.
Which one were you thinking? So when women are saying those same exact things about men in the locker room, are they saying they want to control men? And is that sexism?
The disempowered group, whatever that group is, always has strategies, tactics, methods to try and either preserve their lives, preserve their jobs, try and get ahead, kind of work within the situation.
Give me a yes or no. When women are having locker room talk about men, how they want to get rid of them and rock their world and do that, are they saying they are trying to control, they want to control men?
I think
yes or no? I'm black and I'm slow, so you have to give me a yes or no. So are they saying that they want to control men?
I don't think so. Not in the same way.
Really? And is that sexism?
I don't think women can be sexist.
Is that sexism, yes or no?
No.
That is mind-blowing. So when women do it, no problem. When men do it,
I didn't say it was
sexism.
wrong.
But you're not calling, why would you not be fair and balanced?
The difference in power in the social structures,
But
I think, requires a
they're not
different language.
These are women who are in power. They're in the locker room. And they're saying the exact same thing that men say. And you say, no, that's not sexism or the desire to control men?
I'm saying that the language that I use about women talking about men and the language I use about men talking about women ought to reflect the different power relationships within a male supremacist society.
That is so insane. Your language is deceiving. That is mind-blowing to me. I don't like my nature. I'm going to go against it and fight with women who hate men.
Actually, I don't think that at all. I don't hate being a man.
A male supremacist society. That's just said in order to control men.
In order to control men?
Yes.
How so?
You say male supremacist society. That's not positive.
No, I don't think it's positive.
And you made up something that doesn't exist.
When only men can vote.
But women can vote. They've been able to vote ever since.
Yes. Was it a male supremacist society once?
That's not now. It's never been a male supremacist society. But there was a time when boys were boys and men were men. Men led the way. And women who love being women followed that way because they knew it was the right way. And then you got these godless women who hate men. They're trying to change that order, and you're going with them.
I think feminists love men and want what is best for women.
Again, in short, what's wrong with the traditional gender roles?
I think that traditional gender roles constrain, they stymie, they restrict what any human being ought to be allowed to do.
Man, God is not going to be happy with you.
Apparently not.
You're rejecting God. You're rejecting your own identity. He's not going to be, hold on. Yes, he's not happy. When women take off their female body parts, they go to the doctor cut them off, cut it off, and then you look over here, you get the parts of a male, and you attach them to the woman. That seem normal to you?
Transgender is among the most complicated issues in a society that benefits men over every other understanding of gender.
Does it seem normal to you that you will have to, as a human being, you will have to cut off your physical parts and take on some other gender's parts?
I hope that everyone can.
No, I didn't ask what you hope. I'm asking, does that seem normal?
Yeah, and I'm going to still go with hope. I hope that everyone gets to behave the way they want to without social sanction.
But does it seem normal?
It's not common.
Do you like being a man?
Yes.
You do like being a man, but thinking like a woman.
I don't think I think like a woman. I think like a man.
No, you don't. I'm here to tell you, you don't.
I think what you're trying to say is I appear to be thinking in feminine ways.
No, you think like a woman.
I don't think so.
I want to be real clear.
Okay.
You think like a woman.